Perth Forever Classic 6AX, Macka with you for the drive home. Very special guest joining me this afternoon. Co-host of MYTHBUSTERS for 13 years. Also has a YouTube channel called Tested. 7.2 million subscribers, nearly 2 billion views on YouTube. Adam Savage, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. I'm having a great day.
Is this your first time in Perth? Or?
No. I've toured through here 4 other times in the past. Yeah. So I played the arena here, but I've never been to a Supercon here.
I'm very sorry that we put on this kind of weather for you whilst you're here. It's literally the worst weather weekend that we could have possibly put on.
You say that, but I come from California where I've lived through 40 years of droughts.
Yeah.
So I never complain about the rain. Whenever it's raining, I'm happy.
Our farmers are very much like you
Exactly.
as well. Now, just an amazing career you had. I guess it's no surprise, really, that you are somebody who, looks at a problem, tries to figure out a solution. Your granddad pioneered some breast cancer surgeries, and your dad was a filmmaker. It's no wonder you went into this kind of special effects role.
It is. It's funny because like I was saying just now in my panel, every biography looks linear from the current vantage point.
Yeah.
But in the middle, it didn't feel very linear. It felt all like a lot of triage. But yeah, it does feel like all these parts came together.
One of the I was doing the research on you this morning, and one of the interesting things that I found out, you starred in a music video.
I did.
You starred in the 1985 Billy Joel video for You're Only Human as a drowning kid.
I did. It was a really fun 3 days. Billy could not have been more gracious and sweet. And actually, he played in San Francisco about 7 years ago, and I took my sons to the show, and he took time to say hello to us and give me a high five again.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Because we play a lot of Billy Joel on 6AX, so he's our bread and butter.
He's a legend.
And absolutely. I mean, we sent some people to go see him at Billy Joel and sing, I think, at Madison Square Garden a couple of years ago.
He's the house band there.
That's what an amazing concert that was. Also, while doing research, I found out you have a real fascination with the Dodo.
I do.
What is it about the Dodo?
I'm fascinated by how recently it went extinct, and yet no one was paying attention or cared at the time. And the greatest marker of this is that all around the world, there are dozens and dozens of dodo skeletons on display at museums around the world, and none of them are from a single dodo. They are all chock-a-block from many dodo skeletons because no one saved a single sacrosanct specimen.
Really?
In fact, the museum at Mauritius, where the dodos live, the island off the east coast of Madagascar, actually finally found a whole dodo skeleton just a few years ago, and it's the very first from a single individual. Yeah.
And
so,
are you somebody who's like, I now have to go to Mauritius to try and have a look at this dodo?
believe me, I have been talking to them. I want to help them with their project. There's something really fascinating about knowledge that gets lost that is so tantalizingly close to us.
Yeah.
That's where I feel such a penchant for the dodo as a narrative.
And I guess that comes from your special effects background as well, making something out of nothing realistically.
Well, for me, it's about the making, and making has always been a way I connected with the past because I'm using ancient techniques, carpentry, metalwork. A lot of the things I'm using, some of the tools are thousands of years old, and it's always made me feel part of the continuum. So I just imagine myself being on Mauritius, would I have been that ignorant? And the answer is probably.
Yeah. Speaking of making, I think I remember a MYTHBUSTERS episode where you tried to create an arc reactor for the Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Are we any closer to actually getting one from you?
Well, so for my show Savage Builds, which I did a couple of years after MYTHBUSTERS, we actually printed an Iron Man suit out of $250,000 worth of titanium.
Ooh.
We actually flew it using my friend's gravity rig, and we showed that it was bulletproof and bombproof. So I have built my dream Iron Man armor, and I have proven that it is a working prototype.
Are we up to Mark 42 yet?
Definitely not.
10 years since you finished up on MYTHBUSTERS. Is there something that you were like, we so need to do this, but Discovery and Oc Health and Safety were like, absolutely not, we're not doing that?
for the most part, Discovery was a spectacular partner in those kinds of questions. They had a vested interest in the show being big and being spectacular. When we wanted more money to do stuff, we convinced them 3 separate times to keep doing Rocket Car, and each time was another $50,000 to $100,000, and they were fabulous about ponying that up. So they were always our biggest supporters for the weird and strange things we wanted to do.
And final question, I know you've officiated weddings in the past.
I have.
If somebody from Supanova came up, and would you do it for them right away?
No.
Oh.
No, I like a personal connection with the weddings
okay.
I have conducted. I very most recently in January was the officiant for my son's wedding.
Yeah, nice.
It was really beautiful. And there's one thing I'll say, and you'll appreciate this as a performer, you talk in front of people, it's always a little bit of a battle, right?
Yeah.
It's always a little bit of bringing the audience around, but not at a wedding.
No.
At a wedding and at a graduation, everyone in the audience, they are already come for the show. They are already 100% invested. And so you as a performer, you get to take off the mantle of winning them over and just be a reflector for the beautiful couple that's on stage.
Absolutely.
And it is a really special moment.
I feel like now that we've had this 5-minute chat, we've developed that connection. So in the future, I'll give you a call.
Done and dusted.
Beautiful.
Thanks
Adam
so
Savage,
much.
thank you so much.
Pleasure.